Okay, welcome back everyone to more ESO. I went ahead and traveled over here to the Harborage. Let's go ahead and come in here and get on with the main quest. Figured I'd save us a little travel time and just get myself there off camera. I also was poking around to try to fix the whole chat situation. I don't recall my chat ever doing that before, so it was really weird. Apparently the problem okay, that door was super loud. Apparently it was something to do with P-chats. As soon as I went back to my main to try to figure out what was going on with that. And as soon as I put the chat window transparency up to 1, it seemed to make my chat window look normal again. And on here I noticed that there was an option to import the P-chat settings from different characters, so
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige.
So I told it to import the P-chat settings from my main character, so if the chat window was looking different, that is why I'm now using the settings I set up for my main character. And it's Prophet. You're gonna have to wait because this is always a good spot to get goodies, because you have all of these containers that will replenish when you come back to do each step. So it is always a good idea to wander around and find them all so you can get all the free provisioning ingredients and whatnot. Especially if you're playing, a new first-time character, so you don't have somebody who's already gotten you some of these things. You want to run around and get as much as you can. Say it's free loot. It's not stolen.
Welcome to the Harborage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for.
How did you find it?
Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
When you first appeared to me in Cold Harbor, you spoke of my destiny.
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past.
A history lesson?
Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Yeah, that doesn't sound creepy or anything. Yeah, this armor I have, it's actually kind of cool looking. The armor my main character has, I really love. I love the red color of it. Maybe sometime I'll show you guys my other characters.
Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death.
This is a good place for you to have that toggle walk-run key.
It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world.
Can I have that Elder Scroll? No? No, I can't have it. I like how my tiger doesn't get all transparency. She's still very much normal. But yeah, by default, that key is not bound. It's really kind of weird that there's quite a few keys that it's like it would make sense for them to have a default arrangement, but they don't. Hide the UI and talk or walk around are some of them. I think that there isn't technically a key for screenshots and bound either, but I use Steam. I launched the game through Steam, even though I don't have it from Steam. I just like to have access to my Steam overlay, and I take my screenshots and upload them on Steam.
The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them.
Sorry, taking a drink. What does that have to do with me?
I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions.
Who are the Five Companions?
The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City.
Go on.
You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate.
I thought go on with continue that part of the conversation. Sorry I didn't get to ask him about the leader. Maybe nope, so I can't talk to him.
The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abnathan, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Varen Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner.
Let's just hide that for now.
These were the Five Companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings.
How could the Amulet of Kings turn Varen into one of the Dragonborn?
Manamako convinced Varen that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Varen as one of the Dragonborn.
Why did Varen want to be Dragonborn?
By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender.
Tell me about the other companions.
Each of the Five Companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about?
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I needed to blow my nose. Stupid allergy. The tree pollen has been pretty high the past few days. Tell me about Lyris Titanborn.
You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north. and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard.
Tell me about Asai Sahan.
Sai Sahan came from a long line of Red Guard swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen and the Elder Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group.
Tell me about Abnor Tharn.
The Tharns are one of the most influential families in Citadel. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the Imperial throne years before.
I have heard enough about these three. What about Manimarco?
Manimarco the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness.
What happened when they performed the ritual?
Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
I like the moons up there. I really like this little walk
There
through
it
here.
is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Manimarco, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Manimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Manimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Manimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the Dark Anchors and initiate the plane melt.
What went wrong?
Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nairn. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
What happened next?
Manimarco tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nairn was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nairn from their hosts.
What happened to the other companions?
Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Lyris was captured by Manimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Moloch Baal.
What about Abnor Tharn and Manimarco?
Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manimarco and his worm cult.
How did you end up in Cold Harbor?
When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me.
They saw you as a threat.
The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Molag Bal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of oblivion. But the soul burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Molag Bal the opportunity he desired. Molag Bal's dark anchors pierce the torn veil and seek to draw man into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction have been appearing all throughout Tamriel.
That will be a very familiar sound to everybody.
If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plane meld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Vestige. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the Harborage?
Yes, I'm ready to go back.
As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now.
You've given me a lot to think about.
And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone.
So, what's our next move?
We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met.
Lyris Titanborn.
Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time.
What should I do in the meantime?
Manimarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies.
I'll do what I can.
Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vestige.
Hooray! Infused glyph of hell. And we got ourselves a nice second ring. Get 45 magica recovery. Arcane, increase our max magica by 830. Not too shabby, so we got a ring that increases our stamina recovery and our max stamina, and one now for that as well. Here, I can show you guys what this preview mod does. Now I can now just click on this and it brings me into the preview, just like if you're in your house and preview an item. Okay, cool. Clicking on it again. I didn't try that the first time, I just exited. So you just click on the item again and it'll take you back out. Alright, let's head back out of here. first part of your main story quest. It's just a nice little quest. And we're only at 20 minutes. When I was heading over here, I accidentally started a different quest. It got started just from entering the area. So I might as well go over there and see about doing that one. If we can get out of this load screen anytime soon. Looks like it didn't actually add a quest. I know it said that I started something. I don't think it would be either of those, because I had nothing to do with anchors. How is that stealing? It's just strewn about in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I came from over here. Yeah. We'll attack one of these guys. Yeah, it was over here. Maybe it's just I discovered the area. I don't know, but I could.
The river flowed, a living soul. It has been so long. To walk the river again, it is so strange and so sad.
Why are you so sad, Spirit?
I and the other Saxliel have not returned willingly. We Argonians were slaves to the Chimer in our time, as I sense they can be today. Even in death, we serve our cruel masters, slaves to their will.
Can I do anything to aid you now?
The Chimer would not willingly release us to Aetherius. To set their souls free on the river, you will have to destroy the Keepers. If you would do this, you will find me on the road away from here. I sense something I must see for myself.
I'll free them, Spirit. There's like 2 different quests in this area. Where exactly is this? Oh, it's pointless too. Doesn't actually seem to make a marker for it. Good luck. Apparently you didn't hear me. I said don't set me on fire. go.
Where in oblivion did this... Keep it short, stranger. I've got a skeever's nest of problems on my hands.
What's the problem?
Problem? I've got a battlefield full of ghosts, sprung out of the ground like corn in the month of mid-year. They killed those Covenant bastards, which is great. But how do you kill what's already dead? My mages can't even agree on what to do.
What do you want me to do?
I've known Furan and Risa for a while now. I respect them both. I just need to know which of them has the better idea. Start with Furan, then talk to Risa. Hear them out and do what they ask of you. When you've decided what's best, let me know.
I'll give you my decision soon.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure what I was going to do out here. Thank you, Traveler.
You mentioned Covenant soldiers.
Yes. Damned skeevers snuck around the city and came at us from the wastes to the north. Damned good strategy. Hit us from this side and by sea and squeezed the city in the middle. Hope Holgan and his troops are holding up.
Holden is fine. I helped him to stop the attack on Davin's watch.
Damn, but that's good to hear. Drove those daggers back into the sea, eh? Heh, good work. As soon as we get these things dealt with, I'll buy him a drink. Maybe introduce him to the fish stink down on the docks.
Such a terrible name. Where did the spirits come from?
Do I look like a Telvanni mage? I have no
Definitely
idea.
not.
Furan said something about climber elves. I guess the dark elves used to be really good at scaling mountains. Look, just ask him and leave me to the soldiering.
Well, I think that we will actually leave it off here. So we're not ending up with the quest being split up too much. Well, I will see you guys next time.